Happy Thursday, everyone, or Friday Eve, or Friday Junior, however you go about it. And happy Pi Day.
Yes, 3.14.
3.14. We had David Andrews. Yes, that is right. David Andrews, of course, baked a pie, and we had one of our producers, Julian, bring in some pie as well. So we're a little spoiled on this Pi Day, even though we have the gloomy temperatures and weather. But I do have Mars Anderson standing next to me, who's going to share. Yes, he's going to share what's coming up during our 90 minutes of news in just a little bit here. I do quickly want to share what Studio 10 has coming up today. They're going to be at the Home and Garden Show.
Okay, awesome.
Have you seen any of it?
No, I'm not a home and garden fan. I'm a home and garden, I'm a home shopper, not a garden shopper. Even though I do want to do, I have a little patch outside in front of my yard that I kind of wanted to plant, but I guess I should have went. Or I mean, you can over the weekend.
You can, yeah. It'll be fun. All right, and then other than that, tune into Studio 10 coming up at 3 o'clock. Of course, you can always watch back and go to WILX Studio 10, their social media handles, their pages, or you can email them if you're a business and want to advertise, studio10@wilx.com. So that is what you need to know to tune into Studio 10 today. Again, they're going to be live, or Nicole Buckman will be live at the Home and Garden Show. Lots of fun, so make sure to go check them out. Otherwise, taking a live look outside over Michigan State University's campus, Tanaya Jordan actually has a story coming up in just a little bit, so you'll see this again. But just a live look outside here, and then a live look over Mason. This way you're seeing the raindrops on the sky cam, you're seeing the wet roads outside, you're seeing some of the flakes. I know a little bit mixture of rain and some little flurries coming down, so just be aware when you're outside. It's not heavy right now, as you can see, but just being mindful that, of course, we had the spring-like temperatures earlier in the week. We are going to get that wintry mix to start off the official start to spring. That official start, yeah, Mars is shaking his head no. He does not like that at all.
No way. And I was actually out in the rain a little bit going and getting my story, so I felt some of those drops. So I'm glad that it's kind of cooled down, or slowed down, I guess.
Oh, yes. Well, of course, you know Mars Anderson. I'm trying to find his name on here so you can go follow him on Facebook, or you don't have your Facebook up there.
Yeah, it's not, but it's Mars Anderson WILX and Mars on Media on Twitter and Instagram, so follow me.
Easy enough. Mars on Media. Isn't that catchy? Anyways.
Oh, yeah, and then also what we're talking about today is TikTok. Mars on Media on TikTok. We don't know how long that will be there, though, because I am talking about the TikTok ban. Of course, we know that, I believe it was the House went ahead and passed it, so it's looking like it's going to go ahead and hit the Senate. We don't know what that timeline is, but of course, I had the opportunity to talk to, I want to call him a TikTok creator. He is an influencer as well with 1.5 million followers, but it's just more important that we discuss, I guess, what these creators will feel that impact of this app being shut down, but then also learning some things that we don't know. Like I learned today that you can't get on Facebook or X when you're in China. So even if, you know, TikTok is seeming like it's a more popular app, I think it's more of like a fairness thing and that national security thing of we don't know what the possibilities are, what could happen with information that we are sharing, but then also we aren't able to have our American apps in China. So it's like, what's the deal? So I'm going to talk about that in News 10 at 5.
And again, this is the China social media app. ByteDance is the company.
Yes.
And so if you haven't heard, we talked about it in News 10 today at 11, talking about they have, was it 5 months to find a U.S. owner?
I believe 165 days.
Okay. Oh, geez. Exactly. Wow. There you go. But yes, they have to find a U.S. owner, and if that's not the case, banned across the country here in the U.S.
Yes. Illegal if you use it as well. So. But I guess the big thing is that it's like they don't want to ban it. That's the big thing that I think people need to realize is that they don't want to ban the app. They just want them to have new ownership in America. And if they do,
for security reasons.
Yeah, we'll have our TikTok. Or y'all have your TikTok. I don't use TikTok too much, but you can still follow me.
You'll miss it. I'll miss it. A lot of us, we just doom scroll a little bit, I know. But you get ideas on there. You have the dances. I know Maureen, she loves TikTok, so that's going to be a big miss.
Also, just seeing everybody out there kind of doing your thing. And then as a journalist, you see all these creative things going on and you're thinking to yourself, like, I could do this, or I want to do some stuff like this. It's great for storytelling. It's great for education. And then you have that piece where you may see a little bit of dances and stuff, but, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're into that.
Well, yes, tune in to News 10 at 5. Mars Anderson will have more.
Yes, we will.
Yes. All right. Do you want to do a little TikTok dance?
I don't even remember any. I don't know. I can't remember too many TikTok dances, but maybe you'll see some in the story, so check it out.
I love that. I'm a savage. There we go. I know, I kind of forgot that one. That was like the 2020
Yes.
days.
It's
Oh,
like
boy.
you forget how long TikTok has been around. Like they tried to ban it before, I want to say in around 2020. And even when we had all this rhetoric from Trump speaking so negatively about China, and now him not being for the ban, it's kind of weird. And Biden saying that he's going to sign it. So it's like a very, I guess, sticky situation, especially with election season also. So it's a lot to talk about. So we are hoping that people check out the story and just, let us know what you think. Sound off. You can sound off in the comments, I believe, too. So
Yeah, and former Trump Treasury Secretary Stephen, give me a second, can
I say Mnuchin. I don't know how to say it.
Mnuchin, there we go, Mnuchin, Stephen Mnuchin. There's some talks of possibly being in ownership there. But again, that's what we had covered. Some new information, News 10 today at 11. Tune in to News 10 at 5
Yes.
to learn even more details regarding the ban on TikTok.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me at the desk. I always enjoy it. And remember, follow me, Mars on Media.
Mars on
Mars
Media.
Anderson, WILX.
There we go. All right, thank you, Mars. Well, because of social media, and it can bring a lot of benefits, it can also have an effect on your mental well-being. So I do want to show that you're not alone mental health series. And just knowing, you'll see in about 10 seconds here, a link will pop up, a QR code. In that case, you bring out your cell phone camera, click on the link, and then from there, it'll bring you to a list of resources across mid-Michigan. So Clinton, Ionia, Ingham, Eaton, Shiawassee, Lenawee, Jackson County, resources all across those counties. And of course, these are just a few of those resources to give you some guidance. Other than that, you can look at any type of therapist, counseling, psychotherapist, psychiatry, anything of that can help improve your emotional well-being. But know that all year long here on News 10, we're airing stories, whether that's on Mid-Michigan Matters, stories from our reporters, anchors, you name it. Even our sports department, talking to community members on their own emotional well-being. And whether that's on anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, stress, or maybe you're just feeling in a funk and it's been lasting longer than usual, know that there's help out there. It's more than okay. In fact, it's encouraged to go seek help. Find that support group. Find the people in the community that you can connect with and come together to improve your emotional well-being. So again, You're Not Alone mental health series, there you go. And also, maybe your mentality is a little impacted from the rain today. Maybe you're feeling down and gloomy. This is another live look over Michigan State University's campus in East Lansing. You're seeing some of those raindrops coming down. This camera looks to be a little bit more clear from the raindrops on it. But yes, you're seeing the cars moving fine right there near the ComArt building. But the road's looking wet. So if you see any puddles, any flooding, I know the Red Cedar River, that's always a concern. But it seems to be okay for today. Just keep an eye on that. But with Michigan State University, you're seeing those cars. I'm sure a lot of them looking for a place to park on campus. And, oh wait, this is yours, right? No, that's Isley's. Oh, we'll come back to Isley in just a second. I transitioned that so badly. We'll come back to that tease in just a second. All right,
well,
Tanaya.
It has something to do with driving as well. Because,
there we go, yes.
According to the Michigan Home Care and Hospice Association, nearly 3 people get into a car crash every day. It sounds like a small number, but 3 people every day and seriously injured in those car crashes too, they're saying. So with the state's latest reform of auto insurance, those victims aren't able to get the care that they need. They pay for all of these benefits and medical services, and they're not able to get those services because of the reforms. So advocates and survivors are like pushing for what they deserve, So they're talking to lawmakers, knocking on those doors at the Capitol today, just asking for just basically what they deserve, those fair benefits, everything they pay for, from medical coverage to home care assistance or whatever it is.
It's expensive.
It is.
And that can be the thing that you may have all of your money, your savings start going towards that, and you're trying to take care of yourself, improve your well-being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just talking to survivors and advocates today at 6, and we'll have that story. We'll find out more about all of this today.
All right. Well, thank you, Tanaya.
Thank
we'll
you.
have that coming up during our 90 minutes of news. Now I will give a live look over Michigan State University. You're probably sick of all these camera shots now, but another one. There you go. We got a few more cars you can look at over there. But yes, live look, Michigan State University. We're going to have Andy Provenzano live at the Home and Garden Show. Again, Studio 10 will also be live there. So you will get your updates into the first alert forecast with Andy Provenzano starting at 3 o'clock with Studio Studio 10, followed by First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. But yes, so as you were, I don't know what I was trying to say there, but this is a live look over Michigan State, and this has to tie into Isley's story. That's what I was trying to do right before we had Tanaya on here, but now it's Isley's turn. So Isley, parking on campus, Michigan State alum, you're at Michigan State, the number of tickets that you get. How do you feel?
Yeah. It's not great. The tickets are getting more expensive too. I actually have one right here with me, but I talked today, there's a student at Michigan State who created an app that allows for you to see when the parking enforcement is in the area of the lot that you're in. So then instead of having to pay a parking ticket, you can pay for more time. So that is hopefully going to allow some students to save some money on that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, when you're in class, if you're getting held up, you have to talk to someone, and sometimes you have to walk really, really far to the parking lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So this way you can be in class, you'll get a notification on your phone saying parking enforcement is in the area of the lot, and all you have to do is pay for extra time and you're good. You won't get a parking ticket. So I think that's pretty helpful. And at the moment I'm waiting for a comment from Michigan State to see what they think about all this, but we will see.
Yeah, no, easy, simple process. I'm sure a lot of you parents, anyone who goes on Michigan State's campus looking for a parking spot, you're always hoping and praying you don't have to pay or you don't get a ticket. Well, this is going to solve all your problems.
Absolutely.
Do we know when this is being rolled out?
It's already available. Oh. So it's called Ticket Time. You can download it on the App Store. It's totally free and pretty easy to use.
All right, and we're going to learn more from Isley. Again, Isley, real quick, introduce yourself. You've never been on the News 10 Plus desk before.
That's true. I'm Isley. I'm an intern right now. I'm a junior at Michigan State, having a really good time here.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
What's been some of the things that you're learning here, and what has been really cool for you?
Yeah, I've been able to go out with all of the reporters here and learn about what they do, about a day-to-day in the life of an MMJ, and now I'm able to do that myself. So now I'm able to go out, get my own stories, and help the station in any way that I can, which has been really beneficial and super fun. So.
Oh, well, good. And MMJ, for those who don't know, multimedia journalist,
yes.
Which means our reporters are setting up the stories. They are writing their stories. They are going out to grab the interviews, and they are shooting the video themselves. They're then bringing it back. They are editing. It is a whole process to get these stories over to you to make sure that you're informed. So again,
absolutely.
Isley's going to have more coming up during our 90 minutes of news. Which hour?
6 p.m.
All right, we'll see you then, Isley.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to give another live look. This one, actually, the Spartan Stadium Falcon cam. As you can see, those Peregrine Falcons are, oops, sorry about that. We had to move the microphone. The Peregrine Falcons are out and about. We are not seeing them right now, but of course, this is a little look into that. I do want to give a live look over Mason again, just trying to give you different angles of the rain that we're seeing because, again, we had that first alert come down because we want to make sure that everyone is safe out on the roadways. I know we had one of those bigger rainstorms earlier in the week. So this is a live look over downtown Jackson. And again, seems to be pretty good down there. It doesn't look like anything's raining or coming down at the moment. But of course you are seeing that the roads are in fact still damp or wet outside. And then one more live look outside, this one in Delta Township. And so you're seeing over there, the raindrops are in fact on the sky cam. It seems like there's very little traffic over there, just a few cars going by. And yes, so just taking a live look outside, want to make sure that you're all staying prepared with the rain today. And you can continue doing that with the First Alert Weather app. We have changed it. You used to see all the snowflakes coming down. Now you're seeing that rain, which is very fitting for a day like today. And that's another live look. Oop, let me loop this so you know where to go. Completely free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Make sure to go check that out. And you will get your radar, your satellite, hour by hour, your temperatures. You get the video updates from our meteorologist as well, which is super helpful. And then you can also do the Follow Me feature. So if there are any storms in your area and you don't want to get notified on lightning happening, say, in Holt, and you may live in Grand Ledge. So if you live in Grand Ledge and you don't want the notifications for Holt, you can turn that off and specify it toward your location so you know the most accurate, up-to-date information on the forecast. Something else, when you're out on the roadways today, you can have the First Alert Weather app notify you of any traffic alerts. So especially with all of the construction that we are hearing, I know a lot of complaints about the slowdowns, the traffic, the backups, and how it's a giant maze out there. Well, if there are any accidents reported, we will have that pop up on the First Alert Weather app. You will be notified so you can best adjust your drive. And that way, there's no road rage, right? Want to get rid of that, want to make sure we're having a good day and improving our mood. So have this be the thing that alerts you to have that awareness, and then you can adjust your schedule and hopefully have a smoother drive. But I do want to share what else we have coming up during our 90 minutes of news. And of course, starting with First at 4. Studio 10 is getting started here in just over 40 minutes. So make sure to tune in at 3 o'clock. That's when Nicole Buckman will be live at the Home and Garden Show. But you will also see Andy Provenzano with an in-depth look into your First Alert forecast, also at the Home and Garden Show, coming up at 3 o'clock and throughout the rest of the evening. So here's what's coming up during Mid-Michigan Matters today. You saw earlier that I was showing you the You're Not Alone mental health series. And so today on Mid-Michigan Matters, we're bringing on former Lions quarterback Eric Hipple, and he's going to be breaking down the stigma of mental health and depression. And again, just the overall stigma around mental health. So again, we're talking with community members, even a former Lions quarterback, on knowing that you're not alone. Everyone goes through many different things. We go through many different experiences. People may not go through the same experiences, but hey, you can relate to one another and share those. Share what you're going through, what you're feeling, and have someone with an outside perspective help you out. Or maybe they do have more of that insight, and that can help you as well. So more of that with Eric Hipple coming up on Mid-Michigan Matters with First at 4 today. And of course, you heard Mars Anderson talking about the ban on TikTok. A lot more information, a lot of eyes on that as the bill moves through the Senate now, and seeing what that path looks like. And right now it's an uncertain future for that bill with the ban on TikTok. But we're going to have more coming up, News 10 at 5 with Mars Anderson. And then coming up, News 10 at 5:30, Riley Connell is on the story of Olivet University starting a new program to give free tuition to nurses looking to get their BRN. So I know there's a nursing shortage happening, and that is at a pretty high level as well. Of course, a lot of healthcare or a lot of health stories going on. So want to make sure that there are nurses who can provide the care to patients. So again, News 10 at 5:30, Riley Connell's going to share more on this new program, giving free tuition to nurses looking to get their BRN, getting more nurses into the field, into the industry, and saving lives and improving lives as well. Coming up, News 10 at 6. Zachariah Wheaton, our Capitol Bureau correspondent, he is going to have more on President Biden being in Michigan. We're also going to have reaction to that visit. That is coming up, News 10 at 6 today. And Biden will be in Saginaw. So again, we're going to have the recap, the breakdown of all of these stories and much more coming up during our 90 minutes of news. And that is what you can look forward to today. I'm going to leave that up there for just a little bit longer, give you a different look. Let's see here. Maybe we look over US 127. That's what I'm going to give you a live look over right now. So you can see if you have to head out the door, you were seeing those flakes or those raindrops coming down. And just make sure, again, you're downloading the First Alert Weather app. You're tuning into our meteorologist coming up at 3 o'clock today. You're going on air, online, checking it out to make sure that you are keeping yourself safe and others as well, right? It's a domino effect, the butterfly effect. So let's do our part to make sure that everyone is having a good day, a good life. There we go. That is everything we have coming up today. Again, Studio 10, First at 4, our 90 minutes of news. And again, Andy Provenzano will have more coming up for your First Alert forecast. So have a great rest of your day, everyone, and happy Pi Day.